My dear friend, maybe right now you feel tired. Maybe your heart carries a weight that no one else can see. Perhaps you've been smiling on the outside while crying silently on the inside. You wake up in the morning and it feels like life has drained the color from your days. People ask how you're doing and you answer, I'm fine. But deep down you know you're not. There are moments when pain feels endless, when every night stretches longer than the last, and every day feels like a mountain you don't have the strength to climb. You look at your life, your struggles, your disappointments, and you wonder if things will ever change. Maybe you've been hurt by someone you trusted. Maybe you've been betrayed, abandoned, or left to face storms you never asked for. Maybe you've worked so hard for something and despite all your effort, all your prayers, all your patience, it slipped through your hands. And now you're left with questions. Why me? Why this pain? Why now? I want you to pause here with me. Take a breath, because I need you to hear this. Not with your ears, but with your heart. Your pain is not the end of your story. The nights you cry yourself to sleep, the loneliness that grips you, the failures that break you down, they are not a sign that your life has lost meaning. They are a sign that something within you is being reshaped. That even in the darkness, something beautiful is in motion. Think about the seed buried deep in the soil. From the outside, it looks forgotten, trapped in the dark, covered in weight. But that darkness is not its end, it's the beginning. The soil that feels heavy is the very ground that allows it to grow roots, to rise, to reach for the light. Without being buried, it would never blossom. And you, my dear friend, are no different. The weight you carry is not here to crush you. It is here to plant you, to ground you, to prepare you for something greater. I know right now it may not feel that way. Right now you may feel like the walls are closing in, like the pain will never end. But I promise you this, no night lasts forever. No storm stays without passing, and no wound remains open without healing. Sometimes the greatest blessings are born from the deepest wounds. Think of the times you thought you'd never make it, and yet here you are, listening, breathing, surviving. You've been surviving, you've been through so much, and even though you may not feel strong right now, you are still standing. That alone is proof of a strength within you that you may not even see. But here's the truth, it's not just about surviving, it's about transforming. It's about taking the pain that was meant to break you and allowing it to shape you into someone stronger, softer, wiser, more compassionate. Yes, the pain hurts, but within it lies the power to grow. Within it lies the seed of blessings you can't yet imagine.
Imagine for a moment that all the things you lost were not punishments but redirections. Imagine that every door that closed was not rejection. Imagine that what feels like the end is actually the beginning of a new path, one that may be unseen now but will reveal itself in time.
Perhaps right now your heart is bruised from trying to do good and still being hurt. Perhaps you've given your best, loved deeply, and yet the world felt indifferent. And yet even in this, there is a lesson. The fact that you can feel, the fact that you can love and care despite being hurt, shows the depth of your courage. It shows that your heart, even if broken, has a resilience that is quietly. Pain is uncomfortable. Pain is frightening. Pain can make us question everything about ourselves. But it is also a guide. It points us toward growth, toward understanding, toward empathy. The very experiences that threaten to destroy us often teach us the most important lessons about who we are and who we are meant to become. Think of the river cutting through stone. Day after day, year after year, the water wears the rock down, not by force but by persistence. That same river shapes valleys, creates life, and transforms landscapes. That same persistence exists within you. Even when it feels like nothing is moving, even when hope seems faint, change is happening inside you, quietly, slowly, but undeniably. And while you may not see it yet, trust that there is a plan working behind the scenes of your life. A plan that is turning your trials into wisdom, your sorrow into empathy, your struggles into resilience. What feels unbearable now may in the future become the foundation of your greatest strength. So if tonight feels endless, remember the dawn always comes. If your heart feels shattered, know that it can heal into something even stronger. And if you feel buried in darkness, remember seeds grow best in the dark. You are being shaped, molded, and prepared in ways that your mind may not. Hold on to this truth. Your pain is not wasted. Your tears are not meaningless. The nights you feel alone are the nights where your inner strength grows silently. And one day you will look back and see that every struggle, every heartbreak, every moment of doubt was quietly preparing you for a life of resilience, joy, and unexpected blessings. Right now, you are in the middle of the storm. And it's okay to feel weary. It's okay to feel lost. But I want you to promise yourself this. Do not give up. Do not surrender to despair. Because the very pain you feel today is the soil from which your future will bloom. Take one small step today. Just one. Breathe, hold your heart, remind yourself that you are here and that you are enough. And slowly, gently, the light will begin to seep into the darkness. Slowly, gently, the weight will start to lift. Slowly, gently, your heart will begin to believe that life can and will get better. And in time, you will realize something incredible, that every tear, every heartbreak, every sleepless night was not a curse, but a hidden blessing, quietly shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and infinitely more capable of joy than you ever imagined. So my dear friends, stay with me here a little longer, even if it hurts, even if it's hard. Because this is just the beginning of a journey where pain transforms into purpose, despair transforms into hope, and darkness transforms into light. You may not see it yet, but it's coming, and it's coming for you. Even after hearing that your pain is not the end of your story, you may still feel uncertain. You may still feel the heaviness pressing down on your chest, the questions echoing in your mind, the fear that tomorrow will bring more of the same. Perhaps you have tried to be strong, tried to push through, but the world keeps reminding you how fragile you are. And it is okay to feel this way. It is okay to feel tired. It is okay to feel lost. Acknowledging your pain does not make you weak. It makes you human. What you are experiencing now is not a punishment. It is not proof that life is against you. It is simply life asking you to slow down, to look inward, and to discover something that perhaps you have forgotten, the depth of your own strength. The truth is, your greatest power has always been inside you. And sometimes it takes hardships to remind us that we have it, even when we cannot feel it. Think about a storm at sea. The waves rise high, battering the ship. The wind howls and the rain blinds you. And yet, if you watch closely, the storm is also a teacher. It tests your courage. It demands your attention. It forces you to navigate, to adjust, to discover resilience you never knew existed. Life's challenges are much the same. Each difficulty is shaping you, teaching you, revealing layers of strength, patience, and perseverance you may not yet see. Perhaps you have experienced betrayal. Perhaps someone you trusted turned their back, or perhaps circumstances left you feeling abandoned. The sting of disappointment can feel unbearable. It can make you question your worth, your judgment, even your purpose. But I want you to know something important. Betrayal and loss do not define you. The choices you make in response do. The way you rise after being knocked down, the way you nurture your heart after it has been hurt, the way you continue to hope. These are the markers of your character, not the actions of others or the misfortunes that have come your way. And sometimes the most beautiful growth comes from the moments when you feel broken, like the finest steel forged in fire. Your resilience is strengthened in hardship. Each tear you shed, each sleepless night, each lonely walk through pain is creating a version of you that is capable of extraordinary empathy, extraordinary love, and extraordinary courage. You are being refined quietly, privately, and profoundly. I know that hope can feel distant. I know that when life keeps testing you, it can feel impossible to believe that things will ever get better. But hope is not always loud or immediate. Sometimes it is a small, quiet voice that whispers to you in the moments you least expect it, telling you to keep going, to keep breathing, to trust that the sun will rise again. You may not see the change happening right now, but even the smallest signs of growth are proof that life is moving forward. Have you noticed the small victories, the moments when you laughed unexpectedly, when someone's kindness touched your heart, when you found the strength to face the day despite feeling exhausted? These are not insignificant. They are reminders that even in your pain you are alive, capable, and moving forward. Every small step pays. Every choice to endure counts. Every moment you refuse to give in counts. These moments are the foundation on which your blessings will be built. Sometimes the hardest part is forgiving yourself. Perhaps you carry guilt, regret, or shame over things you did or didn't do. Perhaps you blame yourself for failures or setbacks. I want you to hear this clearly. You are not your mistakes. You are not the moments of weakness, the times you stumbled, the decisions you regret. You are the sum of your resilience, your courage, your willingness to keep moving forward despite it all. Forgiving yourself is not forgetting. It is freeing yourself from the chains that hold you back from growth and joy. And forgiveness for others too is a gift. Not for them, but for you. Holding on to anger, resentment, or bitterness keeps your heart heavy and your mind restless. Letting go does not mean condoning what happened. It means reclaiming your peace. Imagine the burden you carry in your chest, being lifted even just slightly by the decision to forgive. It is not weakness, it is strength. It is an act of courage that allows room for healing and for blessings you cannot yet see. You may feel frustrated by the pace of life. You may feel impatient, wondering why your prayers seem unanswered, why your efforts seem wasted. But sometimes life works in ways that are hidden from our immediate vision. Like the roots of a tree growing deep before the first bud emerges, the changes taking place within you may be invisible now, but they are real and powerful. Trust the process. Trust that the unseen work is shaping you for what is coming. And always remember, your journey is yours alone. Comparing your life to others only diminishes your own experience. The person beside you may appear to have it all together, may appear to have no struggles, but you cannot know the battles they face in silence. Your path, your timing, your challenges are unique, and there is a purpose in that. There is a beauty in your story, even if it feels messy, painful, or incomplete. So take a moment and breathe. Allow yourself to feel everything you are feeling without judgment. Your pain is real, your struggles are valid, and your heart deserves to be honored, not ignored. At the same time, remind yourself gently that pain is not permanent. Storms end, nights pass, hearts heal. And life, with all its unpredictability, has a way of bringing blessings when we least expect them. You are not alone. Even if it feels like the world has turned away, even if you feel unseen, there is a strength within you that persists. And in time, that strength will carry you to places of joy, peace, and fulfillment you may not yet imagine. The pain you feel now is not a punishment. It is the soil in which your resilience, wisdom, and compassion are growing. You may not see it, you may not feel it, but it is happening. So, my dear friend, continue to move forward, even if the steps are small. Continue to hold on to hope, even if it feels faint. Continue to nurture your heart, even when it feels heavy. The path may be long and the journey may be difficult, but every step, every breath, every choice to keep going is bringing you closer to the blessings that await. Trust yourself, trust your journey, trust the process, and remember always that your pain does not define you. It is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable of embracing the beauty of life when it arrives. Hold on to that truth, carry it with you, and let it guide you through the storm. You may have noticed by now that life has a way of testing your patience, of stretching your limits, and of pushing you to confront things you never thought you could handle. Perhaps you have reached moments where you felt completely drained, where your energy, your spirit, your motivation seemed to vanish into the air, leaving you hollow and questioning everything. And yet, even in those moments, there is something quietly powerful happening within you. Something unseen yet undeniable. Life, with all its twists and turns, has a way of shaping the soul in ways that are invisible to the eye. Each challenge, each setback, each heartbreak is like a sculptor's chisel, carving away the unnecessary, leaving behind the essence of who you are meant to become. You may not feel it now, but these trials are molding you into a version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and infinitely more resilient than the one who first began this journey. Perhaps you have felt the sting of failure recently. Perhaps a dream you nurtured for years slipped away, leaving you empty and questioning your worth. It's natural to feel disappointed, to feel frustrated, to feel the ache of longing for something that never came to fruition. But I want you to remember this. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is not proof that you are weak or incapable. Failure is a teacher, a guide, and a doorway to new possibilities. Each time something doesn't go as planned, the universe is gently redirecting you towards something better, something more aligned with who you are and what you are meant to experience. You may be asking yourself, how can this be true? How can pain, heartbreak, and disappointment possibly lead to something good? And I understand that question. I truly do. When you are in the midst of struggle, it feels impossible to imagine that blessings could arise from this moment. But think about the moments in your life when you finally looked back after a difficult period and realized that it had prepared you for something greater. Perhaps it was a lesson in patience. Perhaps it was the discovery of inner strength. Perhaps it was the unfolding of a new opportunity you could not have seen before. Life works in mysterious ways, and often the gifts of hardship are not immediate. They are revealed gradually in the moments when you are ready to receive them. Have you considered the possibility that your struggles are not random? That the challenges you face are carefully designed to awaken something within you? Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every time you felt unseen or unheard, is a call to dig deeper, to find the resilience that has always been within you, to recognize the strength that you carry even when it feels buried beneath the weight of the world. These experiences, as difficult as they are shaping you into someone capable of embracing life with authenticity, courage, and unwavering hope. Perhaps you have felt lost recently, unsure of who you are or what your purpose might be. Perhaps you have felt the anxiety of uncertainty, the fear of taking steps forward without knowing what awaits you. And I want you to know that this is part of the journey. Feeling lost is not a sign that you are failing. It is a signal that you are growing. It is a call to pause, to reflect, and to reconnect with your inner self. The moments of uncertainty are fertile ground for self-discovery, for clarity, and for the emergence of a renewed sense of purpose. In these moments of self-reflection, it is essential to honor yourself, honor your pain, honor your journey, honor the courage it takes to keep moving forward even when the path is unclear. Too often we rush through life trying to fix everything immediately, trying to make sense of things that cannot yet be understood. But the truth is, growth takes time, healing takes time, understanding takes time. And the more patient you are with yourself, the more room you create for the blessings that are quietly unfolding just out of sight. Consider the river again, how it carves its way through mountains, how it flows around obstacles, how it never stops, even when the terrain is difficult. The river does not resist the rocks or the cliffs in its path. It moves around them, adapts, and continues on its course. This is what resilience looks like. This is what grace looks like. This is what your journey looks like. Even when it feels impossible to keep going, you are the river, my friend. You are moving forward, shaping your life, creating your path, even when you cannot yet see the end. Perhaps you have been afraid to hope again. Perhaps you have built walls around your heart, afraid of being hurt, afraid of being disappointed, afraid of dreaming too much. And I understand that fear. But hope is not a fragile thing. Hope is a seed. And seeds are resilient. They may be buried under soil, they may be hidden in darkness, but when the conditions are right, they will sprout. Your hope, even if small, is alive. Nurture it, water it, protect it, because it is the light that will guide you through the darkest moments, the compass that will lead you toward your blessings. And remember, you do not have to carry your burdens alone. There is strength in reaching out, in sharing your struggles, in allowing others to support you. Asking for help is not a weakness. It is an acknowledgement that you are human, that you are worthy of care, and that you deserve the love and support that exists in this world. When you open your heart to connection, you create space for healing, for growth, and for joy to enter your life in ways that you may never have imagined. So take a moment right now to breathe, to acknowledge your journey, to recognize your courage. The path you are on is not easy, but it is yours and it is meaningful. Every step, every tear, every moment of doubt is shaping you into someone capable of receiving the blessings that are waiting for you. And even when you feel uncertain, even when you feel lost, even when you feel broken, there is a quiet strength within you that will guide you forward. You may not see the destination yet, but the journey itself is preparing you for it. The pain you carry today is not permanent. The fears you hold are not insurmountable. The setbacks you face are not failures. They are invitations to grow, to rise, to discover the depth of your own courage, and to embrace the blessings that life has been quietly preparing for you all along. Hold on to this truth, my friend. Hold on to it with all the courage you can muster. Your journey is unfolding, your resilience is growing, and your future is filled with possibilities that you cannot yet imagine. Even when the path feels uncertain, even when the night feels endless, know that the dawn is coming. And with it, a new chapter, a new beginning, and blessings beyond what you can see today. As you continue on this path, you may notice that the moments of struggle begin to feel different. Perhaps they are still painful, perhaps they still weigh heavily on your heart, but there is a subtle shift happening. You are beginning to see that within every challenge lies an opportunity not just to endure, but to transform, to rise, to discover a strength you didn't know you possessed. It's a quiet awakening, a soft stirring of courage and resilience that slowly grows stronger with each day you choose to keep moving forward.
You may have wondered, in the midst of heartbreak or loss, why life seems so unfair. Why some people seem to glide through life effortlessly, while others are burdened with relentless struggles. And though it may feel impossible to make sense of it, the truth is that life's hardships are not punishments. They are catalysts. They are invitations for growth, for reflection, and for a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. What feels like suffering now is often the soil from which your most profound growth will emerge.
Perhaps you have experienced moments where it felt like the world had turned against you, where every attempt to move forward was met with resistance or disappointment. It is natural to feel disheartened in these moments, to wonder if your efforts are futile. But even when it seems like the universe is silent, even when you feel invisible, there is a process at work. Every challenge you face is a piece of the puzzle. Every setback is a teacher, and every tear is watering the roots of your inner strength. Have you noticed the quiet victories? The times when you forced yourself out of bed despite exhaustion, the moments when you chose kindness in the face of anger, the times you reached out even though you feared rejection. These are not small accomplishments. These are the markers of growth, proof that even in your struggle, you are evolving. Each act of courage, each decision to persist is a step toward the blessings that life is preparing for you. You may have spent time carrying burdens that were never yours to bear. Perhaps you took responsibility for outcomes that were beyond your control, or perhaps you tried to fix things that were never meant to be fixed. In doing so, you may have neglected yourself, your own needs, your own heart. And yet, even in that exhaustion, even in that self-sacrifice, there is a lesson. You are capable of immense love and empathy, and that capacity is part of what makes you resilient. Learning to honor yourself, to care for yourself, to prioritize your own well-being is not selfish, it is essential. It is the foundation upon which your healing and your future blessings will grow. You may also find that the fear of disappointment lingers. That fear is understandable when life has let us down before. It can be difficult to trust again. But courage is not the absence of fear, it is ease forward despite it. Each time you choose to hope, to dream, to try again, even when fear is present, you are reinforcing the strength within you. You are telling yourself, silently but firmly, that you will not be defined by pain, that you will not be limited by setbacks, and that you are worthy of joy, love, and fulfillment. Perhaps you have questioned your purpose, wondered whether your struggles serve any greater meaning, or doubted that your efforts are noticed, and yet, even in those moments of doubt, you are shaping a life that has significance beyond what you can see. The compassion you develop through hardship, the patience you cultivate through challenge, the wisdom you gain through suffering, these are invisible gifts that will touch not only your own life, but the lives of those around you. Your journey, with all its trials, is weaving a story of resilience and hope that will eventually illuminate the path for others. And in those quiet moments, when you feel most alone, take a moment to breathe deeply and remind yourself, you are still here. You are still moving forward. You are still capable of growth, still capable of healing, still capable of embracing life in all its unpredictability. Even when the nights feel long and the road seems endless, you are accumulating strength, courage, and resilience with each step you take. The challenges you face are not obstacles meant to defeat you. They are shaping you into someone extraordinary, someone who can navigate life with grace, compassion, and unwavering hope. Sometimes the greatest breakthroughs come not in moments of triumph, but in moments of quiet perseverance. The simple act of choosing to keep going, even when it is hard, even when it hurts, is what sets the stage for profound transformation. Every breath you take, every decision to rise despite despair, every act of patience and self-compassion is a building block for the blessings that are quietly unfolding in your life. You may feel exhausted by the weight of expectations, your own or those imposed by others. Perhaps you feel the pressure to have it all figured out, to achieve, to perform, to succeed. And yet, life is not about perfection. It is about presence, growth, and authenticity. Embrace your journey as it unfolds, with all its imperfections and unexpected turns. The very struggles that seem to hold you back are the same ones that are preparing you to receive the fullness of life's beauty, joy, and purpose. And as you continue forward, remember this, the power to transform your pain into blessings is already within you. It lies in the courage to face your struggles, in the willingness to trust the process, in the choice to nurture hope even when it feels fragile. It is in the acts of self-love, self-compassion, and resilience that you are creating a life filled with meaning, joy, and fulfillment. So as you move through this chapter of your life, hold on to the knowledge that your struggles are not permanent, your pain is not wasted, and your heart is capable of immense healing. The path may still be challenging, but with each step you take, you are moving closer to the blessings that have been quietly waiting for you all along. Your story is unfolding beautifully, and even when you cannot yet see the destination, trust that the journey itself is guiding you toward the light, toward hope, and toward the transformation that your heart deserves. As you move forward, you may start noticing subtle shifts within yourself. Perhaps you feel a quiet resilience beginning to emerge, a calm persistence that carries you even when life's storms are relentless. It may be faint at first, almost imperceptible, but it is real. That strength, that quiet courage is a reflection of everything you have endured and everything you are still willing to face. You may not fully understand it yet, but it is proof that your heart is learning to bend without breaking, to endure without surrendering, and to hope without hesitation. Perhaps you have felt discouraged by the setbacks in your life. Perhaps the weight of unmet expectations and unfulfilled dreams has left you doubting yourself. And yet, I want you to recognize something important. Every setback is not a failure. Every delay is not a denial. Every obstacle is not an end. These moments are shaping you in ways that are unseen but profound. They are guiding you toward wisdom, patience, and a deeper understanding of your own worth. They are teaching you how to navigate life with grace, humility, and determination. Have you noticed that sometimes the very moments that feel like defeat later become the ones that define your growth? Perhaps you failed at something you cared deeply about, and at first it felt unbearable. You may have questioned your ability, your purpose, even your right to pursue your dreams. But over time you realized that the lessons learned from that experience were far more valuable than the outcome itself. You discovered strengths you never knew you had, clarity you could not have gained otherwise, and resilience that became the foundation for everything you would achieve next. It is natural to feel overwhelmed by the challenges that continue to arise. Life does not always provide a smooth path, and sometimes the weight you carry feels heavier than you can bear. And yet it is precisely within these moments of intensity that the greatest transformation occurs. You may not see it immediately, but each challenge is chiseling away at your doubts, your fears, and your limitations, leaving behind a version of yourself that is more capable, more compassionate, and more attuned to the possibilities that life holds. Perhaps you have struggled with the feeling of being unseen or unheard. Perhaps it seems as though your efforts go unnoticed. Your kindness is unappreciated and your heart is overlooked. These experiences can leave you feeling isolated and discouraged. But I want you to know that the value of your heart is never diminished by the recognition of others. The love, care, and effort you put into the world are powerful forces, regardless of whether anyone acknowledges them. What you give to life, even in silence, shapes your character, your purpose, and your future. Sometimes the greatest power lies in persistence, in continuing to move forward when the world seems indifferent, in continuing to love when it feels unreciprocated, in continuing to hope when despair is tempting. Persistence is not a matter of stubbornness, it is a matter of faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your journey, and faith in the possibilities that await you. Every small step you take, every moment you refuse to give up, is an act of courage that will ripple through your life in ways you cannot yet see. Perhaps you have also experienced moments of self-doubt. Moments when you questioned your abilities, your worth, or your capacity to endure. And yet it is precisely in confronting these doubts that your strength grows. Doubt is not the enemy. It is a mirror reflecting your humanity. It is a reminder that you are capable of growth, capable of reflection, and capable of making choices that align with your highest potential. By facing your doubts and continuing forward, you are proving to yourself that you are stronger than you believe. Consider the journey of a mountain climber. The path is steep, rocky, and treacherous. First, at times the climber may stumble, feel exhausted, or fear that the summit is unreachable. And yet, each step upwards, no matter how small, brings them closer to the peak. Each moment of perseverance strengthens their resolve, builds endurance, and teaches lessons that cannot be learned without struggle. Your journey is much the same. Each challenge, each setback, each moment of uncertainty is preparing you for the summit that lies ahead, the place where your heart, spirit, and purpose align fully. And remember, even when the path feels lonely, even when the nights feel long, and even when the weight feels unbearable, you are never truly alone. The strength within you, the lessons you have learned, and the hope you carry are companions on this journey. They are reminders that you are capable of navigating the storms, of embracing life fully, and of transforming the challenges you face into blessings you may not yet comprehend. You may have wondered why some blessings feel delayed, why life sometimes demands so much before granting even a glimpse of relief. And the answer is simple. Your heart, your spirit, and your purpose are being prepared. Just as a pearl forms over time through layers of persistence and pressure, your blessings are developing within you through your endurance, your patience, and your courage. The very struggles you face today are cultivating the depth, wisdom, and resilience necessary to embrace them fully when they arrive. So, as you continue your journey, I encourage you to hold on to hope, even more tightly. Hold on to it not as a fragile wish, but as a guiding light, a steady flame that illuminates your path even in moments of darkness. Embrace your struggles not as punishments, but as teachers. Trust the process of life, even when it seems uncertain or slow. And above all, believe in your own strength, your own worth, and your capacity to turn every trial into a stepping stone toward a brighter, more fulfilling future. Even when it feels difficult, even when your heart aches, and even when you are weary, remember this: you are capable of extraordinary growth. You are capable of immense love. You are capable of turning the challenges of today into the blessings of tomorrow. Every tear you shed, every fear you confront, every small step you take forward is a testament to your resilience, courage, and the extraordinary potential that resides within you. Your journey is far from over, my dear friend. The best is yet to come, and every moment of struggle is shaping the foundation for the blessings that await you. Continue to move forward, continue to hope, and continue to nurture your heart. For in doing so, you are actively creating a life of meaning, purpose, and profound joy. The path may be long, but it is leading you exactly where you are meant to be. By now, you may have begun to sense that life, even with all its trials, is offering you something profound, the opportunity to rise, to transform, and to embrace the person you are truly meant to become. Perhaps you feel the stirring of hope in your heart, faint but persistent, reminding you that even in the darkest times, change is possible. This is the power of resilience quietly awakening within you, a force that will carry you through every challenge yet to come. You may have felt moments of doubt along the way, wondering if the struggles are too great, if the weight is too heavy, if the nights will ever end. And yet, here you are, still moving forward, still breathing, still choosing to keep going. That alone is a testament to your courage, your determination, and your capacity to endure. Life may not have been easy, But it is precisely this endurance that is shaping you into someone capable of extraordinary strength, compassion, and wisdom. Why? Because notice that your heart has grown more tender, more attuned to the suffering and joys of others. Perhaps you find that your empathy is deeper, your patience longer, and your ability to forgive more genuine than it was before. This is not a coincidence. Your struggles, your pain, your heartbreaks, they are not wasted. They are the foundation for the growth of a heart that understands, a soul that connects, and a spirit that inspires. What you have endured is not just shaping you, it is equipping you to touch the lives of others in ways you may not yet realize. You may have feared that the pain you feel is permanent, that the emptiness you carry will never be filled, or that your heart will never find peace, and yet there is a quiet truth you must remember. Healing is already happening within you, even when you cannot see it. Every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of uncertainty is contributing to a transformation that is profound and lasting. The weight you feel today is not a burden meant to break you, it is a gift, a catalyst for growth, and a reminder of the resilience you have always possessed. Consider the butterfly hidden for so long within its cocoon. The struggle to emerge is essential. Without it, the butterfly would never develop the strength required to soar, never understand the fullness of its wings, never experience the freedom for which it was created. Your life is very much like this. The trials you face, the challenges you endure, the pain you carry, they are all part of your transformation. They are preparing you to rise, to flourish, and to embrace the life that awaits you with courage and grace. Perhaps you have been hesitant to dream again, afraid that your efforts will be met with disappointment or that hope is fragile and fleeting. But I want you to know that hope is not fragile, it is enduring. Even in the smallest flickers, hope has the power to illuminate the darkest paths, to guide you through uncertainty, and to remind you that every moment of struggle carries the seed of possibility. Nurture that hope, protect it, allow it to grow. It is the compass that will lead you toward the blessings that are quietly waiting to unfold in your life. And in this journey, it is essential to honor yourself, honor the strength it has taken to reach this point. Honor the courage it has required to continue moving forward despite fear and doubt. Honor the love you have given, the patience you have cultivated, and the resilience you have demonstrated. You are not defined by the setbacks, the heartbreaks, or the moments of despair. You are defined by your capacity to rise, to heal, and to keep moving forward, even when the road is steep and uncertain. Perhaps you have wondered if your struggles have purpose, if your pain has meaning, or if the challenges you face are worth enduring. The truth is that every experience, every obstacle, every trial carries a lesson, a message, and a gift. The hardships you have faced are shaping your perspective, teaching you empathy, and deepening your understanding of yourself and the world. They are preparing you to receive the blessings that life has been quietly arranging for you all along. You may have feared that joy is out of reach, that peace is unattainable, that fulfillment is a distant dream. And yet, even amidst the storms, even amidst the uncertainty, you have glimpsed moments, beauty, kindness, and connection. These moments are not accidental. They are reminders that life is still abundant, that love is still present, and that the future holds the promise of experiences that will bring deep and lasting joy. Perhaps the greatest lesson of all is this: your pain does not diminish you, it empowers you. Your struggles do not weaken you, they strengthen you. Your journey, with all its twists, turns, and obstacles, is preparing you for a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment that you may not yet be able to see. And the more you embrace your journey, the more you allow yourself to grow through your experiences, the more fully you will be able to receive the blessings that are waiting for you. So, my dear friend, continue to nurture your heart, even when it feels fragile. Continue to cultivate hope, even when it feels distant. Continue to move forward, even when the path is uncertain. The life you are longing for, the peace you are seeking, and the joy you are yearning to experience are all within reach. The struggles you face today are planting the seeds for a future filled with strength, resilience, and unexpected blessings. And when you look back one day, you will see the journey differently. You will see that the pain you endured was not a curse, but a blessing in disguise. You will recognize that the heartbreaks, the challenges, and the setbacks were shaping you, preparing you, and equipping you to step into the life you were always meant to live. The trials of the past will make the triumphs of the future even sweeter, and the lessons learned will guide you toward a life of authenticity, courage, and deep fulfillment. Hold on to this truth with unwavering faith. You are stronger than you know, braver than you realize, and more resilient than you have ever imagined. The journey continues, the blessings await, and the transformation you are undergoing is leading you to a place of profound hope, healing, and limitless possibility. Your heart, your spirit, and your soul are capable of incredible things, and even now, quietly and steadily, you are being prepared to embrace them fully. As you continue along this journey, you may notice that your perspective is beginning to shift. The pain that once seemed insurmountable now feels less like a weight and more like a teacher, guiding you toward a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Perhaps you feel a sense of quiet strength that you didn't have before, a resilience that no hardship can fully diminish. This strength is not born from avoiding struggle, but from walking through it, from embracing it, and from allowing it to shape you into someone capable of more than you ever imagined. You may have spent much of your life fearing disappointment, avoiding risk, or hesitating to dream because you were afraid of being hurt. And yet, here you are, still standing, still breathing, still capable of hope. That alone is a miracle. A reminder that your spirit is more enduring than any setback, more resilient than any heartbreak, and more capable of joy than any fear. You have survived, and in surviving, you have cultivated a courage that is both quiet and profound. Perhaps you have also realized that the true measure of strength is not in never falling, but in rising every time you do. Life may have knocked you down again and again, but each time you stand up, each time you choose to keep going despite fear, you are demonstrating the extraordinary power within you. This is not a power born of circumstance, it is a power born of persistence, of faith, of the unshakable belief that your life has purpose and meaning. You may have experienced moments where hope felt fragile, where the light at the end of the tunnel seemed impossibly distant. And yet, even in those moments, there was a spark within you, a small voice urging you forward, reminding you that your story is not finished, that your journey is still unfolding, and that the blessings you seek are quietly making their way toward you. That spark is your inner strength, and it has carried you farther than you may realize. Perhaps the most beautiful part of this journey is the discovery that every challenge, every heartbreak, every disappointment has contributed to the person you are becoming. Your compassion has deepened, your empathy has grown, and your understanding of yourself and others has expanded. You have learned patience, resilience, and the quiet power of hope. And these lessons, cultivated through experience, are invaluable gifts that will guide you through every chapter of your life from this point forward. You may have feared that your dreams would remain out of reach, that your efforts would go unnoticed, or that your heart would never find peace. But now, even amid this uncertainty, you are learning to trust the journey. You are learning to believe that the path before you, with all its twists and turns, is leading you to the life you are meant to live. The setbacks and challenges were not obstacles to stop you. They were part of the process, preparing you, teaching you, and strengthening you for the moments of triumph that lie ahead. Perhaps you have realized that forgiveness of yourself, of others, is not a weakness but a liberation. Letting go of anger, resentment, and regret clears space for healing, for joy, and for the blessings that are quietly waiting to enter your life. Forgiveness is a choice, a gift you give to yourself, and it allows your heart to expand, to breathe, and to embrace the fullness of life once more. In this way, The pain you have carried transforms into understanding, empathy, and grace.
You may have noticed that your patience is growing, your perspective widening, and your appreciation for the small moments deepening. The laughter of a loved one, the warmth of a morning sun, the quiet comfort of a peaceful evening. These moments, once easily overlooked, now shine with significance. They are reminders that life is still beautiful, that joy can be found even in the midst of struggle, and that your heart is capable of experiencing both pain and profound happiness simultaneously.
Perhaps the most important realization of all is this: you are not defined by the hardships you have endured, but by the courage with which you face them. You are not defined by the mistakes you have made, but by the wisdom you have gained. You are not defined by the darkness of your past, but by the light you carry into each new day. Every tear, every trial, every moment of doubt has contributed to the remarkable person you are becoming, a person capable of resilience, compassion, and hope beyond measure. You may have wondered what lies ahead, what the future holds, or whether your efforts will ever bear fruit. And while no one can see the full path before you, you can trust that the journey is unfolding exactly as it should. The challenges you faced, the pain you endured, and the lessons you learned are all pieces of a larger picture, one that is leading you to a life filled with purpose, joy, and blessings beyond what you can imagine. And now, my dear friend, as you move forward, I want you to remember this: the struggles you have faced, the moments of doubt, the nights of fear, and the days of uncertainty, they have all been preparing you for this very moment. You are stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. You have grown through every trial, learned from every setback, and discovered the boundless potential within your own heart. So continue to walk your path with courage, hope, and faith in yourself. Embrace the journey with all its imperfections and unexpected turns. Nurture your dreams, protect your hope, and honor the growth that has carried you this far. The life you desire, the peace you seek, and the blessings you are ready to receive are all within reach. Your journey is a testament to your strength, and your future is waiting to unfold with beauty, joy, and fulfillment beyond what you can yet imagine. And one day, when you look back at the path you have traveled, you will see clearly that every moment of pain, every challenge, every setback was not a punishment but a preparation. The journey was always leading you to this moment, a moment of clarity, resilience, and the realization that your heart, your spirit, and your life are capable of extraordinary things. You have endured, you have grown, and now you are ready to embrace the blessings that life has been quietly shaping for you all along.